Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Ready Steady Craft. How are you? How's your Tuesday been? Did you watch What's Hot a little while ago? Have you been crafting today? We are going to take you, say we because I've got a special guest today. We're going to take you through some crafty chat. So grab yourself a cuppa, grab yourself, I don't know, a couple of biscuits because I'd really love that right now. And maybe join in. If you won't have these products, they're brand new products and they're actually launching later this week. So it's a bit of a sneak peek as well today. But the lady who is joining me is the lovely Sarah Gray from Funky Fossil. So what I'm going to do first of all is go and say a quick hello to Sarah so you can get to know her. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Lou. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Are you good?
Yeah, good. Very good. Thank you. It's fine May afternoon.
Is it fine there? It's horrible here.
It's been a bit grim this morning, but it's brightening up.
Lovely.
It's still not May weather, is it? I think we're all getting a bit fed up this month.
It's on and off, isn't it? I mean, I'll go out in the sunshine. Yesterday I went out and sat outside in the sunshine for a tea and cake and it started pouring down from nowhere. But irrelevant of that, for anyone on Craft World who's maybe not come across you before, can you just tell us who you are?
Yeah, surely. So Sarah Gray, as you said, so I kind of run Funky Fossil, which is a small, quite new still paper crafting company based in the north of England. We're up in Leeds. And it all started for me with stencils. So I cut my own stencils and do that. But over the past couple of years, we've expanded out stamps and dies and all that good thing, all those good things that we love playing with. So yeah, I've probably been going just over 2 years now, and it's been a real kind of bit of a roller coaster given the last 12 months.
Absolutely. What a scary time to be sort of not starting up, but continuing with a newish business venture. But you've done well. You've got new launches on Craft Stash regularly. I see you on the telly as well. Yeah, it's exciting. So hopefully lots more Funky Fossil to come in the future as well.
Thank you.
So I'm very grateful for today's, I was going to say what's hot then, I'm going to get my shows muddled up today. For today's Ready Steady Craft, you've sent me an amazing little bundle of goodies. I did kind of hint towards one of them that I really liked, and I'm so glad that you were able to send that to me. I know you're working with some more from the launch. Is this new launch, is there a collection name or is it a few different styles and things?
I think that what you tend to find with my releases is they're quite eclectic. So I work with a range of different designers, so you get that kind of their different styles and looks coming through. So yeah, this in the May release, you've got everything from really kind of quirky forest animals to kind of the cameras that we'll be working with. So yeah, I tend to dot around because there's never just one thing that I want to spend my time working with.
Get that completely, 100%. Well, I'm going to show everybody what you've sent me while you get yourself ready for crafting, and we'll come back and we'll get crafty in a few minutes.
Yeah, let's have a play. All right, cheers, Lou.
Amazing. I'll see you in just a moment. So Sarah's just sorting her camera out and getting her crafty bits. I hope she's more tidy and organised than me. I can't say that, can I? I'm a tidy crafty. You all know me, I'm tidy. But I'm not sure I'm organised because everything here is still in the packet. So everything that Sarah sent me. But I do want to show you what she sent me. In fact, very quickly, I'm just going to say hello to a few people because I don't like to leave you hanging when you've said hello to me. Steph Woodbury has said hi to Lou and Sarah. Julie Young has said she loves Sarah's stencils and she's got quite a few now. Trish Fairclough, hello to you, or hi to everyone. Julie Young, hello as well. Natalie Hellier, I know that name. I'm going to increase Sarah's sound so she's a little bit louder. So we'll put you up a little bit, hopefully that will help for everybody, and just make sure she's nice and loud so you can all hear her nice and clear. So hello to Natalie, who's sitting by a desk eating chocolate biscuits, watching this, not doing any work now because she's got the week off. Hello to Ella, hello to Beverly as well, Benita, hi to everyone. I will pop over to YouTube as well in a moment and say hello to all of you over there too. So let's see what Sarah has sent me because I am giddy about these. They're absolutely beautiful. So I saw these stamps. Now this lot, as I say, these products you can't buy yet. We are that hot off the press that you're not going to be able to purchase these until, I believe they're going to be live on the Craft Stash website on Thursday. Okay, and there's going to be some bundle discounts as well, saving a few quid when you buy a bundle, which is always a bargain. But this is one of Sarah's new launches. I love this. I love cameras. I've got vintage cameras and quite new cameras all up in my craft room on display, those that I don't actually use anymore. So this is just so me. This is just right up my street. I love this. So all clear stamps, as you can see, really good size as well. I think I can talk to Sarah, but I don't think you'll hear what she says back, so I'll talk to her in a moment. Sarah's kindly also said, so I just said that I just love the cameras, so I thought she was just going to send those. She is so generously, not genuinely, has sent me all of these as well. So I've also got this beautiful paper pad. Now this is a mixed media Kaleidoscope. So Emily Abramson, I need to find out from Sarah more about her. I probably said her name wrong as well, but look at these. They are like they've been jelly plate printed and then stamped on. Lots of mixed media techniques, some gorgeous bright colours in there. I'm in love with these. This is like my perfect ever paper pad. It is beautiful. I'm in love with that. So we've got the paper pad as well. I've got 2 stencils Sarah sent me as well. So we've got the scribbles and the, are we calling this crosses, Sarah? I think they're crosses.
Keep everything crossed.
Pardon? Keep everything crossed. What an amazing name, Keep Everything Crossed. So we've got those 2 as well to work with, and then she's also sent me some tape as well, some washi tape, which I love. So let's just bring Sarah in as well. Oh, her hands, her craft desk, lovely. So I can see there's a hand, so I can see you've got the stamp set there as well. So this is all launching on Thursday. Can you tell me any more about this designer, because I am in love with these papers.
With Emily's papers, yeah, she's an American designer, and she does obviously a lot of mixed media, and I've been eyeing up her designs for some time. So when I got in touch, I said, the way the papers that she creates are like my ideal jelly printing session. If I could get a perfect print every time with really vibrant colours, she seems to manage to do that. And she does fab things as well in terms of texture brushes and stuff on the Procreate, which is where I initially came across her for when I do a bit of designing as well. But yeah, it's just, for me, it's vibrancy and the layers that are already in the papers, which give you that fabulous space to work from. Yeah,
I love them. I just think they're so pretty. They're the sort of thing where you can make a really simple 1 or 2 layer card and it will look immensely detailed, as if you spent hours working on it, which is just really clever. So what do you plan on doing today? Have you got an idea, or are you winging it like me?
I was really torn between doing something really bright and poppy with the papers and then thinking about doing something vintage because of the kind of the box camera style. So I'm moving towards vintage at the moment, Lou. I think I might go with some crafts and browns for a change.
Oh, okay, that gives me the chance to use the bright colours then, try and go for something different. Lovely. So by all means, I mean, let's get crafting. I'm looking at these and I'm sort of thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I try not to use my heat gun usually when we do these, because with the microphone, obviously, it's very noisy, but I'm tempted to do some heat embossing. So I've got like a clear or a white resist. I'm having a think. Natalie says she loves the cameras. Ha, Natalie, I got to play with them and you didn't. Benita said this is going to be cool. We have got other Funky Fossil products on the website now. Craft World have, of course, posted a link for you if you want to go over and have a look at those over on Craft Stash. But like I say, these new products are going to be online. Are they all new, Sarah, or are any of these that I've got some of the older products?
So everything you've got, Lou, is new. So it came out kind of mid-May. So yeah, this is all fresh. I mean, but there's loads. As you say, there are loads of our stamps and stencils on Craft Stash already as well. So
yes,
still plenty for people to see.
Absolutely. So everybody go over there and have a look, because they are they're lovely. They are absolutely beautiful. I love Sarah's designs. I love that she gets other people designing as well, so it's not just Sarah's own artwork or anything all the time, so you get a real variety. So let me think. Do I know what I'm doing? No, I don't. Sarah, would you like to have a talk through what you might be doing for a little while?
Wait, am I buying you some time?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so what I thought I'd do is use a nice kind of distress oxide palette with various kind of pale kind of beiges and browns, and I'm just going to use one of our blending brushes to start to age up the edges of the card, the main card panel, because I don't really do enough vintagey stuff actually. I do tend to err towards bright colours, hence the paper pad. But recently I've been kind of liking my more earthy tones. So let's see how this one turns out.
It's nice to try something different, isn't it? I'm thinking, I think I've got an idea. I don't know whether it's going to work. So I'm thinking to start with my background. I'm going to do some repeat stamping of these sentiments. Rather than just using one, I'm going to use, there's 5 here, isn't there? So I'm going to use all 5 and just repeat stamp those. So we've got, I love this, I may snap at any time. Do you know what? I just need that on my forehead.
I know, I love that one.
We've got Happy Days, Picture Perfect, Say Cheese and Smile. Now when you're doing this with the cameras, they're going to be the absolutely perfect sentiments. I'm going to need a longer stamping block. Because I've got a really big card base, I'm not going to use my stamping platform, my load and fold type platform. Right.
You're going to go on acrylic blocks and do it that way.
Yeah, just so I can quickly whiz it down.
For sentiments, that's absolutely fine as well, isn't it? Because it's I often use my platforms for the either very big stamps or with a lot of detail in them, or the ones that are really like solid silhouettes where you want to be able to go back in and get that real kind of good coverage.
These are a really lovely font. So it's going to sound awful. Do you hand draw these, or is it a computer generated font, this one?
It is. This is a computer font. So but I am font obsessed. So I'm always searching for fonts and things that kind of capture the character of the stamps, really.
Yeah, this is perfect.
But yeah, no, I'd love to be able to do the kind of the hand lettering, and I kind of keep watching you and having a go. I think it's the practice, isn't it? You just need to get that muscle memory and get into it to really kind of build the skill.
Absolutely, just lots of practice and you'd get there. But it's taking that time initially to learn as well, isn't it? You do need to learn the techniques, the basics, and we don't always have time. I imagine you're fairly busy with all your designing and manufacturing and everything else that you do.
Absolutely. I mean, it's for me, of course, this is still quite new, and so for example, I was finalising the Christmas designs the other day and thinking, it's May. I think what I've been having to get used to is working ahead of myself, really. And looking forward, so which is great. There's no way you can ever get bored. There's always new products and ideas to work on, but no. You're right, time can be in short supply.
Absolutely, far too much. Funny you should say that. I was working on my next Textures Christmas collection, or Christmas winter collection on all day Sunday. So we're very much, I'm feeling wintry at the moment.
Well, the weather's helping us on that front.
Yeah, so. Absolutely, 100% it is.
Will that be your first kind of winter collection? Because how long's Textures been going though? Is it
so I'm only on the 5th collection. So I launched it at the end of last year, but Christmas had been and not been and gone, but people weren't purchasing Christmas anymore then.
Yeah.
So yeah, it will be 5th. I don't know. By the time this Christmas collection comes out, or it's not Christmas, it's winter. It will be November. We've got another 4 or 5 collections to come out before that one. So
wow. So, and you've already got those done and
done and dusted. Yeah. Well, I say done and dusted. When it comes to actually getting ready for the shows and the launches, not quite. Let me see. Avril, I might snap at any time. She needs that stamp. She might have acquired the nickname Ginger Snaps. Are you ginger, Avril? I wonder. Interesting. Right, Sarah, I've never played with those blending brushes. Do I need them in my life?
I would say yes. I was a very late convert to blending brushes, because I was, I had sponge daubers and foam blenders. So I was thinking, I'm not quite sure what this is going to add. But certainly somebody who works a lot with stencils, which obviously is one of my kind of core things, I found them just fantastic for giving me that soft, almost an airbrushed look with very little effort. So
yes,
I really do like. I don't think there's now anything I make that doesn't, unless it's obviously very mixed media-y with lots of sprays and stuff. But anything that's kind of got ink, I typically reach for my blending brushes.
Yeah.
So they're worth the dough, even if you just buy 1 or 2 and have a see how you find them. But in terms of not having harsh lines or getting a good blend, I would highly recommend them.
Absolutely. And do you have a particular brand that you prefer?
Well, we sell our own, Lou.
Oh, I was going to ask that, but I didn't want to do that embarrassing. Have you got your own? No, we haven't.
Yeah, we do. I waited a little while to be able to get the ones that we use because they're white bristle or white head. So
right.
It's in terms of being able to kind of give you that colour, in terms of I very rarely clean things, as anyone who watches me will know. So being able to, I've got that kind of, I can immediately pick up the ones that go with the greens or the blues as well.
Right, because in comparison, I haven't got the white bristles. I've got the ones with the brown on the surface, which a lot of them do have. They're sort of this orangey, browny colour. And as you can see, it's very hard to know which colour that was. I've had to colour code all of my lids for my brushes. And I did have the handles done, but they've all worn off as well. But yeah, massive brush fan here as well.
Oh yeah, you do like using them?
Oh yes, absolutely, 100%. So I'm funnily enough, I'm going to be using mine now. Just need to find the right colours. So I use mine with Distress Inks.
Yeah,
let's see.
They're perfect time. I hope I'm not getting my head in shot, Luke, because I'm trying to line up my
you're fine, go for it.
So
it's absolutely fine.
Given I'm already so grey, it's not as if I'm hiding any roots. So
this is very true. I mean, my husband is completely white, and I'm so envious. He hasn't got to worry about, I don't know, some men dye their hair, don't they? Some do.
Yeah, I must admit, when I started going grey when I was quite young, and I quite like it really. So
yeah, I think it suits you. It really does. I've just picked some colours that I think are going to work with this paper. I love this paper. Excuse me. I just sort of coughed and bashed my microphone. So let's see, I'll look at the comments. Hi to Sandra. Avril loves the film strip. Yes, Ella, have you got the new flamingo colour?
I do.
You do? Oh, I'm so jealous.
And Lou, I've got Salvage Patina as well. The newest one. Look at that.
So nice. So nice. I really should have got my butt in gear and sorted out getting those, but I just haven't. I've got no excuse. I just haven't ordered them yet. But they're on Craft Stash now, so Boss, favourite boss. I've got a rule. I don't know whether you do this when you're blending ink blending, Sarah, but I've got a rule about what colours can go next to which ones for nice blends.
All right, tell me.
So I think about the rainbow, and if a colour's close to a rainbow colour, then I'll blend it together. But if not, I don't want to risk that muddy colour. So obviously yellow and green are close enough. Yellow and blue, again, close enough. But I wouldn't put yellow next to, say, purple, because it's too far away. It's very much the colour wheel, isn't it?
It is. I was going to say, I've never thought of it like the rainbow before, but you're right, actually, in terms of the way those colours kind of blend into each other. It's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I do any sort of colour, if I'm doing a rainbow card, for example, I will make sure I bring in, I think about the rainbow, basically. So it will go from, I'll go red and orange and yellow, work my way through it.
Isn't that song wrong, though, isn't it? Red and orange and yellow and blue.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
Yeah, so I always remember the Richard of York gave Battle in Vain.
Yes.
But I think the song actually doesn't get them in the right order. But
it's really?
It's nice that you sing, Lou. That's important.
I can't sing. I really, really can't sing. It's terrible. So I've stamped in VersaFine black ink, and I'm just going over with a stencil. Of course, the black ink, the background isn't going to be fully covered up, but it is going to, so it's still going to show through the stenciling.
That's one of the things I still struggle with. It's letting go of backgrounds. You know, if I get a background I like, then I really have to wrestle with myself to cover it up with anything.
I know. Yeah, I get it. 100%. I get it. So I am going to use this paper. I am going to use this paper because I love it, but I think I'm just going to use quite a small amount of it.
Yeah, and one of the things in the new release that will be coming out with the paper is we've got 5. You've got 1 roll, but we've got 5 washi tapes that go with the paper. So they've been taken from the design. So when you just want those little accent pieces or something to tie your focal point in with your background paper, you've got that in the washi.
Perfect. I love this washi. I'll definitely be using it. I just really like anything that's black and white because you can add it to anything then, can't you? It doesn't matter what colour it is.
It's a great anchor, isn't it? Particularly when it's something like those papers, you've got a lot of colour already going on. It's nice just to bring in that monochrome to anchor it. Absolutely.
A little tiny bit of teal in the bottom there. So I've gone to the 2 corners, and I like it. I do like it. I'm not quite sure where the paper's going to fit in yet, but it's gonna have to because I want it.
So what I've done is I've gone round the edge of this main card base with the negative. I think I've used a VersaFine to give me a border there.
Lovely.
And then the focal point where I'm going to put the camera, I've just gone over tone on tone with the crosses stencil just to give me a little bit of background texture. So. Cause it's funny because the crosses and the scribbles I tend to think are quite modern designs, but it always depends. It just depends what colours you go with, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
It can look however you want it to.
Absolutely. So Lynn Parsons says looks lovely, and Natalie said we should call it Rainbow Fails, not Ready Steady Craft. That's true. Very true. Steph loves the colourful stenciling. Natalie loves how we've both gone in different directions. We really have, haven't we?
That's the nice thing about a stamp set like this. You've got, you can go really contemporary and it's fab as well. I've seen some people make some gorgeous scrapbooking pages with them as well, with the cameras.
Yes, one of my one of my favourite old stamp sets that I'm not even sure is suitable to use anymore. It's that old now, probably getting on for 10 years old. It was a photo themed set, so it's really nice to have these to sort of refresh my stash with some nice new stamps, because I use them over and over and over again for scrapbooking, because it's just perfect, isn't it? Because we scrapbook photos.
I was going to say, do you do much scrapbooking?
I used to. I don't now, just because of time restrictions. But if I had more time, if I had a week off, I would set aside a day 100% to do some scrapbooking. Absolutely, no question. Yeah, definitely.
My boys are now a bit older. In fact, my eldest is just doing his last A level today. Bless him.
Oh.
So I haven't really got many photos of them from recent years. As they've turned into massive great teenagers, they've become quite camera averse.
They do, don't? Yeah, they do. They sort of get away from it. They try and hide from it. My daughter is so pretty and she's so photogenic as well, but she will not get in front of a camera. Or if I get the camera out, she hides. And it's like, oh, come on. I'd love to have more photos of her because I've got loads when they were little, when they didn't really realise what I was doing. But never mind. I actually got a photo of my dad yesterday, which is the first in a very long time.
Well, that'll be a nice one to work with.
Yeah, I think so. I think he won't mind. Right, okay, so I'm actually just going with the tiniest little bit at the moment of that paper. I'm fighting the urge to use a lot more. I might put some on the inside, just on the inside there. Just
I don't do that enough, actually.
Well, I never do the inside, but I think this is such a nice paper and it seems a shame not to use it. So I think that's how I might bring more in. But I mean, can I just look at these designs again? Look at them, they are so pretty. I love this because I've got my new collection is
the sewing.
Oh, the sewing. So we've got the dress pattern there in there as well. Oh, they just look like like they have been printed, and you can almost see the texture in them, although they're smooth.
And so when I was putting stencils together, because there are some shapes visible in there,
yes,
like chevrons and stuff, then I put stencils together that really kind of echoed the patterns that are in the paper. So it's a nice way of marrying them up. But I bought that's one of the stamps that I bought is your dress pattern one, because I was thinking, oh, that'll go great with that paper from the pad.
Oh, I'm so excited. So I launched that on the craft store on Friday, and we had sell out, and I was so excited. But we're doing the craft stash launch, and of course, with a craft stash launch, we always do it on a different day because we can focus on different deals and different offers for you. We usually give you an offer code. There's often a free gift as well with a launch like that. So, spend X amount. I don't know what the offers will be tomorrow. I haven't looked into them yet. I probably should have done.
Along, aren't you?
Pardon?
You're doing your craft along. Is it a craft along tomorrow? Or is
yes.
It just
well, at 2 p.m. that is sort of the craft stash launch, really. So I'll be demonstrating things like that. Is there a trick to finding the end of the tape? Oh, I found it. Just as I said that.
It's just like sellotape, isn't it? It plays up as soon as you want to do something quickly.
Yep. But that's a little bit longer. So I thought my card was 6x6, but I think this is just a little bit longer than 6x6. I'm just going to put that over there like so. So I've not even had to glue that down. I will add a touch of glue underneath.
Yeah.
But
I don't find with washi, although it's very forgiving in that it's you can reposition it as you stick it down. Once it's been down for a little while, it's got a good stick to it, hasn't it?
Yes, it has, yeah. And I love that you can tear washi so easily.
Yeah.
There we go. So tear that, what is it called? Vertically, I guess it is. And add a little strip there and a little strip up here.
And that's when it looks like you are using kind of almost like a collage style when you actually start tearing into it. I think the widest of the washes that we've got with this collection is 45mm.
Oh,
so
okay.
You can tear that into nice strips and have quite a lot.
Wow.
Of the size.
45mm.
Yeah.
Natalie said it's great to learn that you're fairly local to us in Leeds, Sarah. Yeah, you're kind of middle of the north there, aren't you?
I'm part of the northern posse.
Northern posse. Yeah, I'm supporting the south today. Natalie's trying to get people on her side from the north by the sounds of it, but I think we've got a few southerners, haven't we? Is anybody from the Ipswich or Suffolk region? Please help me. Please be here. Love your paper piecing. Do you want to talk us through what you've been doing, Sarah?
Yeah, so what I've done, and this is a little sneaky bit of prep that I did, was so I've stamped the box camera on craft card, and I've stamped it again on a piece of book paper, and all I've done is then cut out the concertina bit. So I'm just going to stick that in the middle there to give the camera a little bit of extra interest. I say book paper at the moment is one of my current obsessions. So
yeah, I love it.
So nice, isn't it?
It is. I use it a lot. It's a 50-50 split, I find, with book paper as to whether people like to use it or can't bear to see books torn up.
Yeah.
I'm a massive fan. My wedding had books all over the place.
Oh, how lovely.
But I did go to charity shops and I made sure I found the old broken books, the ones with torn pages that they couldn't sell.
Yeah.
They still sold them to me, but they wouldn't be able to sell them to anyone else. So I did that, and then I've repurposed those books again now. So they've had a life after a life after a life, the ones that I've used.
What I'm using at the moment is like one of my old university books, you know. So it's been on the shelf for at least 20 years.
Oh wow, yes, a long time.
Incorporate it into what I'm doing now. You know.
Going back to the places, Avril is right down in the south of Ireland, if that counts. That counts, that's fine. If we go across, you're probably somewhere near me. So I've got one southerner with me. Not too much. We are hoping for really nice weather the rest of this week because it's my son's birthday on Friday. And we'd like to have a barbecue in the evening. I don't think it's going to be hot, but I'd really like this random rain to disappear.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, of course, we are heading towards the bank holiday weekend, so of course that will scupper any hope of good weather, won't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of not going to happen if it's a bank holiday, but you know, we can live in hope. So his birthday is always on the bank holiday or near the bank holiday, and it's usually out of school time as well, but this year it's fallen on a school day, which he is not at all happy about because he's had it out of school so long.
Are you going into half term next week?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yes, so on Friday it will be my son's birthday and my daughter's last day of school for her GCSE year. They're finishing now.
Doing GCSEs. My youngest is doing GCSEs. Yeah, it's been an eventful few months.
Yes, you could say that. Looks like I'm using all different cameras to you, so that's good.
So which of these got, Lou, then in your collection? Have you got any of these kind of models?
The what, sorry?
Which of these types of cameras do you have?
I just realised you can't see what I'm doing, can you? Because you're looking at my face.
I am, which is very nice.
I've got three of the more modern ones. So I've got the Polaroid, and then just two more modern cameras. I haven't got the old vintage one, and I haven't got. You've got two sort of Polaroid style cameras there. This one I definitely call Polaroid. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Can you see the Skype, can't you, Sarah?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to, for Sarah's sake, I'm just going to hold my bits of thing up.
Wow.
So that's what I've done so far, and they're my images.
Colourful.
It's not fair because I can see exactly what Sarah's doing.
I know, and I'm crafting blind here, but they're completely opposite, aren't they? Our cards in terms of colourways and style.
They are very different. But I was inspired by the paper pad, but if you take the paper pad out, to be honest, I think I would probably go vintage or masculine with this, maybe. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think for me, I don't know why I always associate Polaroid cameras with kind of rainbows and bright poppy colours. Maybe that was when they were launched back in the day. That was the kind of
Yes.
marketing. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Okay, we have Shaz in South Devon and Steph in Somerset. Yes, we've got Trish up in Manchester, so she'd be on Natalie's and Sarah's end of the country as such. I love to know that we've got people. Oh, I'm so sorry. There's so many people over on YouTube that I've not been paying any attention to. I do apologise a lot. So Lynn, hi all, finally got it to work. She loves funky fossil stencils and stamps. Everything looks great. The stencil looks good to go over the sentiments. Laura, she absolutely loves all of Funky Fossil's products. They're absolutely gorgeous. Karen's loving the washi tape, great for piano keys. Yeah, it really is.
Of course. Yeah.
Never would have thought of that. But yeah, fantastic idea that.
Yeah.
Got a musical card. So, Sarah, what you're making now, this sort of masculine theme, would this be your go-to theme?
Normally I would go much more bright and abstract, I think, typically. And my typical style, when I was on the Crafter with Paola last week, I think I was saying I'm typically a more clean and simple. That's where my card making style started from. So
yes.
Yeah, so getting to a point where cards have some balance of white space on them typically is my kind of favourite way of putting a card together.
I'm just having a think about what embellishments I've got that will go with these. I don't know if I'm going to need them though. I've got so much going on here.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I want to put a sentiment on here because I've got all of the sentiments in the background.
It's that kind of thing that people will look into the card, won't they? Because there's that background, the words in the background catch their eye.
Yeah, but one thing I'm thinking, which might be fun, is this Polaroid camera. I might try and make it so that something is coming out of the slot where the photo would be dispensed from.
Yeah, we've got a Polaroid frame die set that's part of the release of Craft Stuff. So again, one of the design team did that. They had cut a little kind of hole in the camera and had the die coming out.
I think that's what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to have it, rather than an actual photo coming out, I'm going to have the sentiment coming out of there.
Well, that's a good idea.
We shall see in a moment. But I'm going to leave my cameras black and white. I think because with all the colour in the background. Oh, do you know what? I think I might have too many cameras.
You can never have too many cameras there.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? You'd think, actually no, it's okay. If I put my Polaroid one on top, I can just about, I don't like to cover anything up. I want to see everything.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it, with backgrounds? That is the challenge. It's once you become invested in your background, it gets harder and harder.
I know, look. How can you cover any of that up? I mean, I could put my cameras more, maybe.
Now, with the paper Padlet, you've got 3 sheets of each design, so you've got at least 1 or 2 that you can happily play with. And I've had online kind of debates with the design team when I sent the papers through, because they were like, we can't cut these off. Well, you've got to.
So yeah, 3 of each. They're 200 GSM. I was just thinking that they are such good quality. I've got it. 2 on the front, 1 inside. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I was just thinking, yeah, 200 GSM. That is a really good thickness, isn't it, of paper?
They are. They're a nice weight. They take for die cutting as well as for stamping on. But yeah, I like just having that little bit more substance to them.
Yes, definitely. And they've got a nice sort of a bit of a coating on them that makes them feel even better quality. I like very much.
They are, I mean, they are uncoated in that you can stamp on them and heat emboss, but I think it's just is it the saturation of the inks or something that gives it that almost sheen to the papers. So yeah, it's a nice finish.
Yes, it is lovely. They just feel like really good quality papers, and I love that you could snip from anywhere to get all different colours. So if you just wanted, like myself, you just want to use a tiny bit, it still adds a really lovely pop of colour. But you could cut from...
Because of all the different colours just on one sheet, they're great for things like paper piecing and stuff as well. So pick the piece of the paper that you want on your image, and they're great for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, now...
I'm kind of thinking this is pretty much done in terms of the design.
She's beat me.
Well, I've got more that I can do, but on this one I'm thinking, because I've got the frame that's stamped and the camera in the middle that's paper piece, a bit of stenciling behind it, and then the book paper just in the background picking up what's in the stamped image. It kind of feels done.
Yes.
What do you think, Lou?
I know. Yeah, it does. It looks. You've done it ever so quickly. Considering there was a lot of stamping there and things like that. I haven't got a lot more to do, to be fair. Have you got with you any other pieces of this release that you could be showing us?
Yes, in terms of the other stamp sets and things that we've bought out.
Yes, just so obviously I've got a small amount. You've got a couple of bits you've shown us today, but have you got anything else you can tease us with ready for Thursday?
I do. They're all next to me. So yeah, in terms of that paper pad that you're working with, this isn't obviously the cover. It's one I've stamped out, but we've got an abstractions set images. So really like a mark making stamp set. So again, for stamping over your papers, it's just fabulous. And for example, the chevron here is the one that we use in a stencil. So again, trying to tie the collection together a little bit in terms of the crosses here is the ones that I've then made into the keep everything cross stencil as well. So got it in different sizes. So I love that one. That's just one that, you know, you need a little something on a design. And I love mark making anyway myself, just generally, but sometimes as we've just been saying, when I'm really like what I've done, I'm not always confident just going straight in and making marks over the top, so the stamps give me that option.
Perfect. I love that. I could see me using that an awful lot.
It's a nice, as you say, kind of a generic in the background, you know, it's just there for ease. And then we've got this Wild and Free stamp set by Tina Ashton. She's one of our designers. She started designing with us last release, and this time she's come up with this absolutely gorgeous hair.
That is stunning.
It's just, she's got a really whimsical style, but it's very open. So again, for colouring or for paper piecing, whatever you want to do, they're quite versatile because they're not packed full of lines. So that's a really lovely one. And then what else have we got? Oh, one that sold out on Craft Store last week is Donna Gray's latest designs for us, and she's got quite a few. We've got quite a few of her stamp sets on Craft Stash. There's these Forest Friends, and they're just gorgeous because
they are.
They've got lots of quirky detail to them, but they've got that folk art styling in their bodies. So,
and that's what makes them so unique. They're still silhouettes, but you've got the detail.
Exactly. It's almost like the kind of the opposite of teens in that this is, you know, you don't need to colour them in because the bodies are solid. And then with teenagers, you've got that freedom to add your own colours to them. And then yes, we've got these really funky fruits. Is the last stamp set in the release. Got these kind of contour lines in the fruits themselves, and they're just really. I just love this. Her name's Mia Buono. Mia Buono.
I won't even try.
No, that's it. But yeah, I love her. She's got kind of very much these kind of contour lines in the designs, which make them really, really fun to colour in. 'Cause sometimes if I've got a bit too much open space, sometimes I'm not too sure where to start. So it's quite nice to have that in the stamps themselves.
Definitely, they are gorgeous. Oh, put that the right way up. Have you got any more to show us, or
Well,
are you...
what I've got to show you, Luke, I just love these quirky tree.
Oh wow, they're different, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really sweet. So you've got that inner, which, for example, with this one here, I don't know if you can see, but it makes a nice winter tree just in itself. But one thing I really love doing is cutting out the solids with that paper pad that you're using, and then having the branches in black or brown inside them. But they're really fun. They're
perfect.
Great. So lots of this. So when you said at the beginning, is it got a theme? It doesn't, but at the same time, when I and the design team have been making samples, we do tend to just cross between different products because they're very kind of user friendly in terms of working together.
They are. There's something a little quirky about everything, which I love. I absolutely love. But I think they can fit. Well, we've just proved it, haven't we? So I'm just finishing up, so we can hold our cards together and show. So I don't like not to have tidied up.
You're so tidy.
I am so. It's ridiculous. I'm not a real crafter, surely. I've got to tidy up. Just looking at both of ours here now. So this, everybody, is the stamp set that we've both used. The cameras there, Snap Happy. I love this. In fact, something else I wanted to add in was the photo strip, and I didn't. I forgot about that bit, but I think I've put enough in. And then, so I've used the bright colours inspired by this beautiful paper pad. I've ended up actually covering up a lot of the strip. Got a little bit on the Polaroid photo coming out there. I'll show you in a minute, Sarah. And I've got a little bit on the inside as well. I'm just going to hold that up so Sarah actually knows what we're talking about.
Gorgeous.
Can you see that?
Yeah, and I love the cameras in black and white, as you say, with the bright colours behind.
Yeah, I think you don't always have to add colour on colour on colour, do you? No. And then on the inside, I've got the third camera because I had to do 3. In fact, I could have done all 5 of them, to be honest. And then the strip of colour in there. So because this strip actually almost got covered over. So just so Sarah can see what I'm showing you. So, but then that is so different. If we look over here to Sarah's card, so different, but it just works equally as well, doesn't it? With the film strip, you've obviously really gone mad with the film strip stamp there, which I love. Let me just see, I'll just read a few comments quickly. Sandra says she loves photography. When she was 8, she got a Polaroid camera. Natalie has said the cards are so different in the best way. Yeah, these are brilliant. Oh, and spoiled for choice, Sarah, on all the new products. Is it okay, Sarah, if we just come back to you in a moment and say a sort of a face goodbye?
Yeah.
I'll let you change that over, just give you a moment. So for those of you wondering today, so the cards that I made, Sarah's used the same stamp set, which is this one. It will be available on Craft Stash from, I believe it's Thursday. And we'll have bundle deals and things like that on that. So that is the Snap Happy stamp set that we've both used. I've added in the 6x6 paper pad. I don't know why I'm holding my card up there. I've used the scribble stencil. I didn't use the crosses stencil, but funnily enough, Sarah did use the crosses stencil, and I used the washi tape, which I don't think you used, did you, Sarah? No, it's funny how we've both used different things. So she then used the photo strip, which is one of the only stamps, and the vintage camera, the only 2 stamps really that I didn't use. But let's go and say goodbye to Sarah's face rather than her hands. Thank you so much for joining me.
It's been a lot of fun, and I'm just really impressed that we've managed to create two such completely different things.
Yeah, it's lovely. I will send you over some photos of my card so you can use it for when you launch on Craft Stash if you need to. But if you could then send us a photo of your card so we can pop it on Craft World. You're on Craft World, aren't you?
I am. I've got an expert page, so I shall put my card on there as well.
Lovely, perfect. Can't wait to see that. So hopefully we can have you back very soon doing something else. I know we've asked you about video tutorials and things like that. I know you're super busy, but we try and tie you down where we can.
No, absolutely. I've loved it, and yeah, happy to do this again and get my thinking cap on what kind of videos you might like.
Yeah, excellent, lovely. I look forward to that. Thank you so much, Sarah, and I'll speak to you again very soon.
All right, my love.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
There's lovely Sarah there. So thank you all you for joining us as well, whether you're watching live or whether you're now catching up as well. These products, like I say, from Funky Fossil will be launching very soon. We're hoping for Thursday this week over on Craft Stash. Look out for the deals and offers. And if you are wondering how can you keep an eye on those deals and offers and new products coming in, the best way is to sign up to the Craft Stash emails, because you will get those offer codes directly to your inbox every morning. And it's only once a day, I believe, the emails, so you're not going to be flooded with emails, but definitely keep on top of the bargains there. Hopefully Natalie will be back with me next week. We don't know what we're going to be doing. We'll worry about that later in the week, but certainly join us here again 3 o'clock next week. So take care everybody, and I will see you again very soon. Tomorrow's launch on Craft Stash for me. I'll see you then at 2 p.m. Take care. Bye.